In Rome, Wednesday, protesters marched on the Interior Ministry using red paint to accuse the Italian government of having blood on its hands. It follows the discovery this week by a Spanish rescue charity of a destroyed migrant boat floating in the Mediterranean off Libya. Amid the wreckage were the bodies of a woman and child. Another woman was rescued alive. NGOs accused the Libyan Coast Guard of abandoning the migrants.
This is the direct consequence of not allowing NGOs which rescue lives in the Mediterranean to work there. This is the consequence.
Italy's government, a coalition between the far-right League Party and the populist Five Star Movement, has blocked NGO rescue boats from docking in Italian ports. Earlier this week, Italy also forced 5 other European nations to share out 450 migrants rescued by Italian government vessels after Rome initially refused to take them all in. Interior Minister Matteo Salvini wrote on Twitter, "Firmness and coherence pay off."
My objective is to save everyone, to aid everyone, to heal everyone, to feed everyone, but to avoid that everyone comes to Italy.
Figures from the EU's border agency Frontex show 3,000 migrants used the central Mediterranean route to Italy and Malta last month, down 87% from June 2017.
The figures had already dropped very much under the previous government due to a set of deals that Italy had struck with Libya. Indeed, the arrivals had dropped very sharply. Now, of course, the policy of preventing NGO boats from docking has led to an even further decrease. But more than that, it's led to a very strong political win for the League, especially because other European countries have now been forced to take in some of the migrants arriving in Italy.
The United Nations says 1 in 7 migrants making the crossing has drowned since Italy introduced the ban on NGO boats. Italy's hard line has reduced numbers, but at a tragic cost. The EU is struggling to formulate a response, says Scazzieri.
The ideas that are currently on the table are these of external processing of applications, of strengthening the role of Frontex, and even of more internal burden sharing. And these debates will go ahead, while at the same time the ambiguity on what Italy does, I think, will remain.
Spain overtook Italy as the country receiving the highest number of migrants in June, with 6,400 arrivals. But Spain is unlikely to become a major crossing point.
Because the departure point on the African side would be Morocco, which is actually, unlike Libya, not a near-failed state.
Overall, the total number of so-called irregular migrant crossings into the EU in the first half of 2018 was just over 60,000, a fall of almost half from a year ago. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.